Hello everybody and welcome back to I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. We are back with year 18. And so this is the beginning of that year, and this beginning of the year is very important for us because this is when we're actually going to be able to run around and do things. Because once we hit Virtunalia next year, we're going to be focused very much only on getting through everyone. Or not everyone, but like getting to everybody and talking to them to start the coup. So I'm going to spend these first few months probably going out and grabbing stuff. And then we can focus completely on the coup, because that way we have gifts to give everyone, which is the main important thing we need to do. Ooh, perform a random act of kindness! Congruence, the ship's tireless AI, has attended every birthday, but has never had one of her own. Tammy comes up with the idea to throw Congruence a surprise party. Sure, she doesn't have a birthday like you do, but you just make one up. It's today! Hooray! There's no hiding from Congruence, though. She sees everything in the colony, including you two setting up, but she still pretends to be absolutely delighted when Tammy presents her with her cake, a collection of solar converters tied together with an electrical cord. Aww. I bet she really appreciates it, though. She may be an AI, but she's loved just as much as everyone else. Nomi! You spot Nomi crossing the courtyard from the depot to the living quarters, lugging an armful of cans of paint. Hey, Yabi, they exclaim, barely keeping one of the cans from falling out of their arms. Hey, can you give me a hand with this? You take a few cans and Nomi sighs in relief. Oh, thank you. This is my third trip. I think I finally got all the colors I need. It's gonna be amazing. At your questioning look, Nomi giggles and starts skip-walking towards the living quarters. Come on, I'll show you. You follow Nomi to the suite of rooms that they share with their mom and dad. Nomi leads you past the jumble of bedroom furniture and into their empty room. Light pours in from a skylight, and Nomi stands under it and stretches their arms wide, doing a little spin. I'm painting a mural. My mind is going light speed with possibilities, Nomi declares, tugging at their hair. I'm drunk with power. I could do anything. Yabi, you have to help me decide. Nomi grabs their sketchbook and shows you a few concept drawings. Space theme, jungle theme, the inside of a pirate ship, abstract art, all the major players have been there. Nomi has been busy. They look at you in an agony of decision. These all look great. Don't you think so? Nomi replies. I did really work hard on them, but now I just have to pick. It's the worst. How can I pick just one? Why not a different thing on each wall? Nomi stares at you. Well, oh, stars! Yummy, that's perfect! Why didn't I think of that? They start ripping pages out of their sketchbook and laying them against the walls. This one here? No, here. The colors will play off each other. And, oh no, this wall gets more light most of the year, so... After a few minutes of frenzied planning, Nomi grabs you by the shoulders. This is going to be amazing, they exclaim. Thank you, you're a genius. They regard their walls with barely restrained excitement. What do you say, Yabi? Do you want to help me make this vision become a reality? Totally, I know what to do. You are something of an artist yourself, after all. You and Nomi get started transferring the sketches to the wall. After a few minutes of supervising you, Nomi steps back and lets you use your imagination to figure out the rest. You're really good at this, they declare. Have you ever considered becoming an artist too? For most of the day, the room is in total chaos. Nomi assures you repeatedly that this is part of the experience. As the second sun is beginning to set, you step back and take a look at what you've accomplished. It's really nice. Only you and Nomi could have made such a discordant composition come into harmony, and the result is a bedroom that's not only unique and inspiring, but bursting with the love that you and Nomi share for both each other and your art. Nomi starts hammering the lids back on the paint cans while you collect the brushes for washing. Thank you for your help, they say. I definitely couldn't have finished this without you. Nomi's stomach rumbles and their eyes go wide. I'm starving, they exclaim. Did you work through dinner? You don't need to check the time on your holopalm to know that Nomi's right. Your stomach grumbles in solidarity and Nomi laughs. Okay, let's go grab some grub, chum. Ooh. You're walking through the courtyard looking for Rex when something moves quickly out of the corner of your vision. Duck! You skillfully dodge the frisbee that's been heading straight for your head. The disc clatters harmlessly to the ground a few meters from you. Rex jogs over and picks up the frisbee. Hey, Yabi, he hails you. Sorry about that. I'm playing catch with Nougat and, well, he elbows you in the side, grinning. She's got a hell of an arm on her. Guess she used to be big into sports ball. Good thing I'm so high energy, right? I've been helping Tammy take care of the kids, Rex continues, spinning the frisbee on his fingertip. She told me you all used to raise children together before the creche was destroyed. I would have liked to see that. You're so lucky, he whines. Growing up in a creche with a bunch of other kids sounds like so much fun. Just playing together all the time? That's like my dream. Hey! You hear Nougat yelling. Throw the frisbee! She pouts as she runs over to Rex. Stop talking to your lover! Lover? Rex exclaims and mocks the front. What I do with Yabby is none of your business, Squirt. Rex grabs Nougat around her middle and zooms around like a spaceship. Nougat screams with delight, kicking and flailing until Rex sets her back down on her feet. It's your turn to run, Rex instructs. Go on, get! Nougat takes off, yelling at the top of her little lungs. Man, kids, am I right? Rex says, standing with arms akimbo. They're great, though. I'm glad there's so many of them here. There's always someone to play with. And it's not just kids, but babies. Real planet-grown babies, he continues excitedly. I can't wait for Tammy to have her baby. I'm gonna be her #1 babysitter, and that kid's #1 uncle. How about you? Rex asks. Do you want kids someday? I'm not sure yet. Hey, that's fair, Rex says smoothly. You shouldn't have any if you're not sure, right? But at least in the colony, you know they're gonna have a pretty good life. How about you? Oh, yeah, obviously, yes, Rex answers immediately. I want, like, 1 billion kids. Every kid in the colony can be my kid, absolutely. I don't even have to be their dad, you know? Who cares about genetics or whatever? He looks over to Nougat, who's waving her arms agitatedly, waiting for Rex to throw the frisbee. Rex does, and boy, does it go far. Nougat takes off running again as it soars over her head. I just want there to be kids everywhere, Rex finishes his thought. Lots of kids means that the community is healthy, and everyone is at peace, and people are optimistic about the future. Plus, kids are just so great, Rex adds. I love making silly faces at babies and crawling around on all fours with toddlers and wrestling the bigger kids and helping them with school and stuff. It's fun. Rex scratches the back of his head. On the Helio, we were kind of expected to stop playing so much when we started the education program, he says. Any playing we did was supposed to be like sports and endurance. Real future soldier kind of shit. Sometimes I wish I could get a do-over on it, Rex says. Like if I could go back to before anyone cared about their big guns and their big dicks. He makes a wanking motion. Kids don't care about that kind of stuff, he continues. They're just innocent, pure of heart, you know? They don't have all these... He gestures roundly to his own head. Thoughts, I guess? It's in that moment that the frisbee reasserts itself as an equal participant in the conversation. Rex's attention goes to it immediately, his ears perking up as he leaps up and catches it before it can menace you again. Ha-ha! He laughs, his thoughtful mood broken. That was close. I'm gonna head back to playing with Nougat before she hurts someone. Nice talking to you, Yabby. Oh, it's always nice to see Nougat. I love her. She's a little maniac and it's amazing. Alright, it's time for us to get out there and get stuff. Wait. I dare you too! You gulp and bravely dare him to tell you. What's the deal between him and his sister? What about her? Dee scowls, digging the toe of his boot into the dirt. She's smart and perfect, and everyone loves her. You wait patiently. Sometimes being brave means sitting in silence. Eventually, Dees crosses his arms and shrinks in on himself. When Tang got her genome therapy, all anyone wanted to talk about was how I shouldn't be sad about losing my brother. Like they had to tell me that? Dee says, huffing indignantly. I'm her twin? I knew she was a girl like 5 minutes after she did. She's always been my sister, he explains. She's always known who she is, but like, that was the problem, Dee says. He picks at a loose thread of his sleeve. She's so mature, you know? And I'm not. So she treats me more like her dumb little pet than her brother, telling me what to do and acting like she's so much smarter than me. He rubs his face. I mean, she is smarter than me. She's smarter than everyone, even the adults, but that doesn't mean she knows what's best for everyone. Dee lapses into silence. You wait a little longer to see if he wants to share anymore, but Dee seems intent on just staring off into the wilderness again. Don't worry, I know how to cheer you up. Let's get out of here. I was just thinking the same thing, Dee says, giving you one of his rare smiles. Go for a hike. After checking your gear, you and Dee strike out from the colony in a seemingly random direction. It's hard to tell if it is random. Dee seems equally comfortable here as he feels out of place in the colony. He easily finds the hidden paths between trees, worn down by generations of xenofauna. He guides you to a clearing in the wilderness featuring a large, flat-topped rock. Dee climbs up first and extends his hand, pulling you up. You spread out a blanket under the wide bowl of the sky. The sounds of the fungal forest swell and subside around you as you lie there together for a few hours, broken only by a handful of meandering, thoughtful conversations. Dees is a comforting presence by your side, and you feel utterly safe under his protection. Dees traces his thumb over your knuckles. I'm glad I can share this with you, he says softly. Not many people get it, but you do. Aww. At least we could cheer him up. Alright, we're gonna start with the valley because I need egg. You! Finally! Boy, I've been trying to talk to you for so long. trekking through the wilderness when something catches your eye. To anyone else, it'd simply be a weird depression between two roots, but it pings something in your memory. Isn't this what the entrance to the Overseer's cave looks like? You decide to check it out. Your hunch is correct. The depression opens up into a passageway just big enough to wiggle your body through, then widens even more to reveal a familiar door. You quietly push it open. The room you enter is not unlike the one where you interface with the array. There's a vat in the corner emitting a soft organic glow, and another computer panel slowly being reclaimed by the rock wall. It's not hard to assume that the planet is lousy with rooms just like this one, where Sim and the other gardeners can rest and respawn if needed. This one, however, is not empty. You enter to find Sim, who is, aptly so, as naked as the day he was born. He's stepping out of the regeneration vat, clad in only strands of bioluminescent goo that slide off down his long limbs and patter to the ground. Deese's back is to you, treating you to a glimpse of skin, usually hidden under layers of tattered dark fabric, the knobs of his spine and shoulder blades visible under his inhumane musculature. He looks unusually delicate and vulnerable. He reaches up and gently wrings out his thick hair, humming a song you recognize from the Hollow Archives. As if sensing the weight of your gaze on his body, he pauses and slowly turns his head. "Yappy," he says softly, "I didn't see you come in." "I can see you very well, though." Sim tilts his head, smiling. "Oh?" he replies. He turns slightly, taking on a slightly more performative posture. "Did I design this body to your liking?" "You have to say, he did." "Now that you know the truth about the gardeners," Sim continues, "we can be far more free with our words." He gestures to the regeneration vat. "I have very few secrets from you now. You could come take a closer look, if you'd like." After a beat, he clarifies. "A closer look at the vat, I mean." You walk over and check out the vat. The air gets noticeably warmer the closer you get, like sunlight on your face, and there's a faint organic smell that's not unpleasant. The vat itself looks like something you'd find in engineering, but seems to be constructed entirely out of natural materials. Spongy-looking fungal growths, mineral deposits, the pulsating vine-like umbilicals. "You can touch it," Sim says. "It's not dangerous." You sit on the lip of the vat and run your fingertips across the surface of the glowing liquid. A slight electric charge prickles up your forearms, and you feel the frisson of a link to the array. Sim sits down beside you, now fully dressed, his fingers alight on the surface of the liquid as well. You feel a slight presence at the edge of your mind, like a thought you can't reach. "I'm glad we can talk freely now," he says. "Is there anything you wish to know about me, or the gardeners?" "Dying and being reborn, what's that like?" "Reborn isn't the right word," Sim answers. "It's more like reopening a program after a system crash. Everything is still there, perfectly preserved, except for whatever I added since the last time I saved my work. Functionally, it feels more like teleportation. As for dying," Sim continues, frowning a little as he considers the thought, "well, I'm certain that dying can be extremely painful. Depends on the death, I assume." He touches his chest. "I have no memory of the moment of the death, though I have died many, many times," he says. "In that, we are the same." "Tell me more about the gardeners." Sim sighs. "Compared to the gardeners, humanity is short-sighted. You're often unable to conceptualize present or future beyond your own lives, or those of your direct descendants. Gardeners think on a much larger scale. I once spent 400 years as a mush tree, just to avoid talking to a gardener whose methods I disagreed with." He smiles. "Juvenile, I know, but when your memory spans tens of thousands of years, 400 years is trivial, and it has given me a true appreciation for all life, one that goes deeper than I can describe. When I tell you that gardeners are Vitumna, I mean it quite literally." "How many gardeners are there?" Sim thinks for a few seconds. "It's hard to say," he answers. "There are theoretically an infinite number of instances of the, software that comprises a gardener. It's not uncommon for a particular instance, such as myself, to go dormant, possibly for thousands of years." He stretches out his fingers and looks at them, then at you. "And many gardeners, such as the Overseer, find they do not need to take a physical form at all. There are only a handful like myself who do." "How old are you?" "That question has many answers," Sim replies with a slight smile. "This consciousness has ultimately been in existence for over 20,000 years, since the creation of the gardeners. But that means very little. I certainly don't have a 20,000 years experience as a bipedal anthropomorphic organic capable of speech. And this body," he says, gesturing to himself, "why, it is only minutes old." "Do you like being a gardener?" "Well, does the wind like being the wind?" Sim answers. "I'm sorry to be cryptic after I told you I would not, but there really is no other way to answer that question. I am what I was created to be," he continues. There is a beauty in that, and a clarity of purpose that makes me feel fulfilled. I do not experience existential angst like a human does. What should we humans, do? If I knew the answer, I would tell you, Sim replies, placing his hand on top of yours. Pragmatically, I do agree with the other gardeners, he continues. If our purpose is to protect the biosphere of Fortuna, and humanity poses a threat to that, then by the letter of our own design, humanity must be eradicated. However, he sighs and looks away. I love humanity. I think you are all an incredible species, and it would be a shame to destroy you. I feel like doing so would be a violation of the spirit of the Convergent Domain's last decree. And perhaps, he murmurs, redeeming you will be the greatest act of love we could perform in the name of our imperfect creators. Thanks, that's enough. Sim nods. Please know that you can come to me at any time, and I will do my best to answer, he says. However, I must apologize for something, Sim says abruptly. I simply must... May I touch you? At your questioning look, Sim blushes and turns his head away. This body is new, he murmurs, and all of its senses are heightened. I confess I find myself unable to stop myself from wondering what it would be like to touch another while I am vulnerable to sensation like this. Do it! Sims looks delighted as he reaches out and pets your hair, running his fingers through the fine strands. Marvelous, he says. Truly a texture I have not been able to replicate in my own bodies. He runs his thumb over your eyebrows, then your cheekbone. His fingers dance down your bridge of your nose, then lightly to the tip of your philtrum, across your lips to pause on your chin. Sim's gaze drops down to your mouth as his own lips part with an unspoken question. Oh no, I can't? I'm dating someone. Oh, dang it, I wanted to date both of them. Well, I guess I can in the future, but I wanted it to be like a circle, not a triangle. Sim's eyes narrow in thought. Yes, that is a concern for certain humans, isn't it? He murmurs. I was not aware you felt the same. My apologies. He stands and takes a deep breath. I would like to go outside, he announces. Have you ever swam in the lake nearby? It's incredible, especially when my senses are heightened. I love the feel of the sun and water on my skin. He smiles down at you. You're welcome to join me if you like. Oh, man. I want to date both of them. What do you guys think? Should I go back and only date Sim, or should we stick with Dees and Sim? Let me know. Because I don't think I've ever had an end with only one of them. But I'm down to do the triangle thing if it means we get both of them. Maybe we'll just stick with Dees. He is the first one I had my eye on when I first started playing. We'll see, we'll see. If you've been around for the entire playthrough, then you know I've been kind of attracted to both of them the entire time, so it's hard to decide. Alright, well, with that disappointment out of the way, let's go back. It's birthday time. You roll out of bed at noon because you're allowed to, because it's your birthday, but also because you're exhausted. You barely slept at all last night. You've been having these nightmares since the siege, more and more every night, like they're trying to tell you something urgent. You can't make any sense of it. All the imagery is jumbled together, all these possibilities and timelines and things that might happen. Some nights you wake up in a cold sweat, a scream already in your throat. You sit on the edge of your bed and run a hand through your hair to check your hollow palm. A few people wished you happy birthday, but that's all. You guess you're getting older. Birthdays aren't as important as they used to be. Oh man, right. There's gonna be a surprise party waiting for you in the lounge. It was one of your dreams. You remember it because it was one of the few ones that didn't involve people dying or the colony being destroyed, but you're so tired. Do you really have to do this? Yeah, let's go. As you enter the lounge, surprise! You do your very best to play along and act surprised. Woo! Streamers, balloons, great! All of your friends are standing around wearing goofy hats and clapping. Nomi is holding a bunch of balloons larger than they are, and Rex is wearing a cute little waiter's outfit with a bow tie. You accept their hugs and birthday wishes, trying to hide your exhaustion and demurring with a few pointed, all this for me? You shouldn't have. No, really. Cal brings over a holo screen with a video call from Tammy. She looks exhausted but proud, and in her arms is a tiny little wrapped bundle of baby. Look, Yavi, she says. Echinacea just missed your birthday by a day. You coo over the baby girl and wish Tammy a speedy recovery. She looks even more tired than you are, but everyone is healthy and happy. Especially Cal. He takes the holoscreen for a few minutes after you're done so he can obsess over Tammy's new baby. Even though he's probably not supposed to be related to Echinacea, he's every bit the proud daddy. When he returns to the party, he's so happy he sounds like a total dork. He tells everyone about the new baby, beaming so proudly for Tammy they could probably take readings from Earth. Despite your exhaustion, you start to smile too. Your friends are so amazing, and they're all here because they care about you. Uh-oh. Then you get some unexpected guests. The lounge begins to fill with Helio kids, mostly ones you don't know. The ones who usually keep to themselves and, well, don't much like you original stratospheric kids. Vase is there as well, grudgingly giving you a nod of acknowledgement before he turns back to his friends. Beside you, Nemi bristles with discomfort. Hey, who invited you guys? Cal says, stepping forward with his fists clenched. This is a private party. It's a public lounge, Vase replies. We can sit wherever we want. Cal stomps into the midst of the Helios. Guys think that just because you fell out of the sky, you're the wormhole's gift to Vertumna, he spits out. We don't need you. We never needed you. All you do is make things worse, like this party. You've rarely seen Cal so ready to fight. He doesn't seem to care that the body language of the Helio kids has changed from cocky to dangerous. You're just a bunch of fascists, Cal continues. You and Lum. The lounge erupts, chairs screeching across the floor as the Helios jump to their feet yelling at Cal, calling the colony illegal and Cal a fugitive. They jostle him around, but Cal plants his feet and stands his ground. You hear a bottle breaking and see someone advancing on Cal. He's not backing down. Vase, make them stop! Come on, guys, Vase drawls. It's Yabby's birthday. Save it for later. The Helios under Vase's influence all back off, but not before a few parting libelous shouts at Cal's parentage and alleged actions with animals. They all leave, except for Vase. He settles into his booth and raises his glass to you, like he's some great hero for defending your honor. Well, Mars exclaims, clapping her hands. That was enough excitement, I think. Let's move on to the important part. Cake and presents. Under Mars's skillful party hosting hand, the mood shifts back to festive. You enjoy your presents and your cake, but tension boiling over like that is a bad omen for the rest of the year. Tell me about it. Happy birthday to me. Ooh, want to hear a fun nature fact? You tell him about the time Tang brought a skunk bug for show and tell in biology and it got scared and made the worst, most smelliest, grossest stink you ever smelled, and everyone thought Tang had farted. Then Professor Hal had to clear out the whole room and it took weeks to get the smell out of the beanbags, and it was so gross. But also kind of neat how such a tiny bug could make a whole room of kids run away. Cal laughs. I remember that, Yabby. Except the way I heard it, it wasn't Tang, it was you. What? No. I would never lie. You're a liar. Alrighty, daddy. Let's do the ridge next. Need some stuff for the angry boy. Alright, another run done. Just gotta get as much as we can while we can. And also double check and make sure nobody wants to talk again. My poor throat. Alright, and then last but not least, just for now, we'll go survey the plains to get some more friendship with Nomi! Nomi. You meet Nomi and Dees at the edge of a large lavender-hued lake. Hey, Yabby! Nomi greets you. We're mapping the edge of this lake and taking water samples. Utopia gave us these cool drones to play with. Want to join us? Dees checks his holo map. It'll be faster if we split up. You go clockwise and I'll go counterclockwise. When we meet on the other side, we'll be done. I'll go with Nomi. Nomi springs to your side. Team Clockwise is blasting off again. See you on the other side, Dees. He waves, perfectly happy to head out alone. Dees, we're dating. Everybody needs their alone time in the relationship. You take turns flying the drone around as you walk. It's a sophisticated tool about the size of a golf ball, automatically cataloging flora and sampling the air and water for mineral content. On Nomi's turn at the controls, they accidentally careen the thing away from the lake. It gets snapped out of the air by a very large, angry, furry gecko kind of thing with a long tongue. It reels the drone in and then sits on it protectively. If you try to approach it, lashes its tongue out and slashes you with it. Ouch, it's sharper than it looks. Come up with a plan. Nice. The creature is attracted to movement, so you hatch a plan where you use Nomi as bait. You give them an antler palm frond to wave around and use as a shield while you sneak around the creature. While it's distracted by Nomi, you leap out of the bushes and snatch back the survey drone. Success! Nomi gets battered around a little by the territorial beast, but you both run away and regroup at the shoreline again. Phew, they exclaim. Great plan, friendo! You finally make it to the other side and meet up with Dees, and finish taking readings on the far side of the lake. Nomi suggests you break for lunch, and you enjoy a picnic together, the only 3 humans around for kilometers. And we're not dead, which is always fun. Again, Nomi, hang on. You find Nomi crouching in the bushes, watching a majestic Balneal bathing in a nearby pond. They wave you over and pull you down to crouch beside them. Do you think I can ride it? They ask, gesturing to the Balneal. They're so slow and gentle. I don't think it'll mind. Look at its cute little face. You watch the Balneal open its cute little face and suck down a huge mouthful of mud and water. I'll help. All right, they cheer, standing up from the bush. Wait, now? You didn't even make... Nope, there they go. Nomi has a lasso ready and everything, and before you know it, they've got it around the Balneal's neck and they're halfway up the thing's slimy flank. Keep the Balneal calm. The Balneal is startled, but you help distract it by coming out of the bushes and splashing around in the lake. It regards you with curiosity. It's a gentle giant, and it doesn't want to hurt any of the pond's smaller denizens, apparently including yourself. Nomi scuttles up the rest of the way and whoops with joy when they're at the top. The Balneal seems irritated, but after a while it settles back into the muck and goes back to eating. A huge plume of spray erupts over their blowhole, misting all over Nomi. Nomi stands up and does a superhero poses on its back, a huge grin on their face. You snap a few shots with your holopalm to share on the holonet later. After a while, Nomi slides down from the Balneal's back and gives you a hug. Thanks, friendo, they exclaim. They review your photos. Oh wow, these are going to be great reference photos, they say, clearly already thinking of their next great masterpiece. They wander away, head stuck in their holopalm, paying so little attention to their surroundings you're almost tempted to follow and make sure they don't blunder into trouble. Maybe they should stick to drawing monsters. There's no way they could have done that without you there to help. We'll go home. They'll be fine. I'm sure. I click done and it's like Nomi died outside. You fool. Stop calling me Vase's crony. We have been friends for like 5 years. Oh. A small crowd has gathered in the garrison courtyard. You push your way through to the center where a circle has formed around Vase, Rex, and Nomi. Oh no! Oh no! You think you can come around here whenever you want, huh? Vase spits. He's toe-to-toe with Rex, both hands fisted in the lapels of Rex's shirt. This garrison is off limits to cowards like you. I don't know if you realize, Rex drawls, but it's a free colony. I can go wherever I want. You really have become a colony piece of shit, haven't you? Vase says. You are a waste of resources on the Helio, and living here has made you even more soft and undisciplined. You think you're so bloody hot, huh? He lifts Rex up so Rex is on his tiptoes. I should have broken more than your arm when we were kids, Vase spits out. Maybe you wouldn't be so goddamn cocky. Don't worry, he says, jerking Rex around so his feet scrabble in the dirt. I'm happy to teach you the lesson now. Rex's lip curls. You're a sociopath, Vase, he says. You don't care about honor or protecting people. You only like fighting because it makes your dick hard. Vase's face goes red. What the hell did you just say? Rex jerks his head, ptoo, and spits in Vase's eye. Vase roars and drops Rex, then hauls back in his fist to give Rex the beating of his life. What do? Get between them! You force your body between Rex and Vase, breaking them apart. You're joined by Nomi moments later, who wraps their arms around Rex and hauls him backwards. Enraged, Vase grabs you, shaking you in anger and yelling in your face before he pushes you away. He looks around, but Rex and Nomi have vanished. What do you think you're doing? Vase exclaims. I had him! Goddamn colony! Vase mutters, and stalks into the dispersing crowd. You catch up with Vase on the bluff above the garrison. You watch him stop, then turn and slam his prosthetic fist into the boulder with a resounding clang. He grunts and shakes out his hand, then looks up to see you. He scowls. The hell do you want? I wanted to see if you're okay. I'm fine, Vase bites out. It's none of your business. Just stay out of it or you're going to get hurt. That boy whose arm you broke was Rex? What did I just say? Vase sneers. You just don't know when to quit, do ya? But if you have to know, yeah, it was Rex, he continues. Stupid mutt. He and his friends all thought they were so cool back when we were kids. Rex was the same kind of scrawny run as me. They just liked him more because he's all... Vase sticks his tongue out and pants like a dog, curling his hands like paws. Oh god, that's an image. Let's be friends. I love everyone. He rolls his eyes. Idiot. He leaves himself open on his left side. Did you know that? You got it right there. Snap, snap. No more attitude. Not from him. Not from anyone. They all gave me the respect I deserved after that. Oh, here we go. You shouldn't be proud of that. Vase shrugs.
Other people only hurt you, Yabby, unless you hurt them first. Then no one messes with you. I learned that lesson early.
Oh? You've been invited in- Oh, I remember this one! You've been invited- I can't speak now, I'm too excited. You've been invited to Cal's house for, as he puts it, a real grown-up party. When you arrive, Auntie Tira gives you a warm hug and shows you inside, to where Cal set up the living area with little twinkling lights and lots of blankets. You sit down at the table across from Cal, and Tira pours you both a glass of mushroom wine. She leaves the open bottle on the table. You kids can finish off the bottle if you like, she says. It's a good vintage. One of your dad's first brews, Yabby. A little on the strong side, she winks. I'll be out late, Tira says, kissing the top of Cal's head. Hollow me if you need anything, but don't you two wait up for me, okay? Wow, Auntie Tira is cool. Cal smiles as you tuck into dinner.
I'm glad you could come, he says. This really isn't Tammy's scene, and Rex has, like, zero chill, you know? Besides, he continues, you're one of my best friends in the whole colony. Can't think of anyone else I'd rather be with.
Cal puts his fork down and looks at you earnestly.
I'm really glad you're my friend, Yabby. I'm so proud of everything you've done. Sometimes I think I really love you. As a person, you know?
He looks down, suddenly shy.
Sorry, I know that's a lot. I'm just really grateful for you.
You and Cal share a wonderful dinner and polish off the bottle of wine. Afterwards, you settle into a big pile of blankets to lie back and look at the stars through the big skylight in his living room.
And so that's why I think we should domesticate more Unisar. It just makes sense.
Cal finishes, and you laugh. He's right. Who doesn't want to ride a unicorn? You deserve a unicorn. I have a unicorn. You've been laughing a lot. Everything is just so funny and also so pretty. The stars look like they're swimming in a big dark ocean, and little twinkly lights Cal put up look like stars you can touch. You reach out to grab one and come up hilariously short, and Cal giggles at you. Cal is warm and cozy against your side, and the blankets are so soft. Everything is wonderful. You talk the rest of the night away, sharing your thoughts about everything and nothing. It's so nice to share this simple intimacy with a good friend. Eventually, you're both yawning too much to continue talking. Cal pulls a blanket over the both of you, cocooning you in warmth and comfort.
I'm so glad we're friends,
Cal mumbles. He sounds sleepy, and you realize your eyes are getting heavy as well. As you tip backwards into sleep, all you feel is love. You're both sleep deeply. Morning arrives unceremoniously, pouring through the skylight directly onto your face. You grumble as you turn your head away, burrowing into something that's soft and smells sleepy sweet. Oh, it's Cal, and your face is smushed into the soft skin of his armpit. His arm is curled around your shoulders protectively, your legs tangled together under the blankets. Cal shifts underneath you and blinks his bloodshot eyes open, squinting into the merciless sunlight.
Ah, dip, he mumbles, clinging to sleep. That's so much.
He laughs as you peel yourself off of him, sticky from drool and sweat.
Gross, bruh, he says, and you smack him on the shoulder.
Before long, his mom pokes her head into the living area. Hey kids, she says, chipper. Ready for some breakfast? Breakfast sounds incredible. You've never been more excited at the prospect of breakfast in your life. You share a breakfast of roasted trivet and eggs with Cal, his mom, and her 3 partners. Even though the rest of the colony is in chaos, you feel somehow healed, having taken the night to let yourself bask in their love. Aww. I love that we can have such good friends. Oh, we're so close. We're so close. Ah! Oh, there you are, Yabby. Tammy bounds over to you in a bright mood, her daughter Echinacea in a sling at her bosom. Could you do me a big favor and come to me with the cafe? I need your opinion on the thing I've been making. With pleasure. Surprise! Happy birthday, Yabby! It's not your birthday, but as you walk into the cafeteria, all your friends jump out cheering. They're wearing knit party hats, throwing streamers and blowing noisemakers, and you're pretty sure you can see a tiered display of cupcakes. Real ones, not soy cakes. Tammy skips towards you and throws her arm around you, squishing Echinacea in her sling between you. You sputter that it's not your birthday, but Tammy just laughs. I know it's not your birthday, silly, but you've been feeling under the weather, and I wanted to show you how much we all love you. The others raise their glasses to you. They cheer happy birthday again, laughing at the joke. You can feel their love like a blanket wrapping around your shoulders. You're so special to us, Yabby, Tammy says. Echinacea gurgles and lets out a warning, "Wah!" and Tammy bounces her from side to side. I want you to enjoy yourself. Go ahead and mingle while I put the finishing touches on everything, okay? Tammy gives you one last sunny smile as she bustles away. The sound of Echinacea fussing and crying is audible over the murmur of conversation that erupts as the party begins in earnest. What do? Walk over to Nemi. Nemi is sitting cross-legged on one of the tables, flipping a coin. Hey, Yabby, she says as you approach, snatching the coin out of the air with a crooked grin. Heads or tails? Tails! Nemi slaps the coin onto the back of her hand. Ha! She exclaims. It's heads! Looks like you're just as accurate with a coin flip as you are in the range, Haas. Nemi holds the coin up to you. It's a challenge coin, she says proudly. The Helios soldiers have this thing where you gotta always have your coin with you, because if someone wants to see it and you don't have it, they get to nail you on the arm. She punches the air. It frickin' rules! Nemi produces a second coin from her pocket and presses it into your hand. She kisses you noisily on the cheek. Got one for ya! Happy birthday, friendo! You're the best! Over the din of the party, you can hear Echinacea shriek in fury. What now? Do I have to talk to everyone? Alright, well, let's just see how this goes. Nomi? Nomi is playing a game on their holopalm, which is helping to entertain some of the children in the creche. When they see you, Nomi jumps to their feet and waves so enthusiastically that their holo fizzes out. Yabby! They shout. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh. You know what? Screw it. Find Tammy. You leave the party behind, seeking out Tammy. When she sees you, she makes a shooing motion. No, she says. Go enjoy your party. Echinacea squawks, pulling at Tammy's hair. She winces and patiently pries the baby's chubby, grasping hands from her hair. Seriously, goodness, don't waste your time here with me. Nowhere I'd rather be than with you. Tammy's expression goes soft. Oh, she says. That's so nice of you to say. Tammy flags down Nougat, who's been running plates back and forth. Could you please play with Echinacea for a little bit? Yabby and I are going to get some air. Echinacea gurgles happily as Nougat takes her and Tammy turns to you. Okay, I'm all yours, Yabby. You and Tammy slip out the side door of the cafe and set off towards the garden. Tammy seems grateful for the break. She chats animatedly about the plans to build a new creche now that the second wave of colonists are beginning to realize the benefits of raising children communally instead of saddling whoever birthed them with all the responsibility. I hope that means Echinacea will have lots of other creche sibs soon, just like we all did, Tammy says with a wistful smile. I just want her to be happy, like we were. You both look over the walls, the threat of danger they represent. Tammy doesn't comment on her use of past tense, and you let it sit in the air between you. Not awkward, just accepting. It's quiet in the garden at this time of day. Everyone's either at the party or catching some rest while the suns are at their highest. A garden bot hops on its spindly bird legs. You and Tammy are alone. Even in your silence, Tammy senses you might have something to say. What's on your mind, Yabby? I'm so lucky to have you as a friend. Tammy's gentle laughter fills the air. She slips her arm in yours and rests her head against you. I'm the one who's lucky, Yabby. I don't know why you chose to be my friend, but I'm grateful. You and Tammy enjoy a few more minutes together in the garden, cloud watching and talking about whatever crosses your mind. Tammy's simple thankfulness is infectious, from her excitement over a new flower to her steadfast love for you shining through every word. You can feel your heart unburden itself with each step, dropping your troubles like stones to mark where you've been. Eventually, oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, Tammy! Oh my goodness! It's time to head back to the party! There's cupcakes to eat after all! Tammy takes Echinacea back from Nougat, but before you can rejoin the party, Tammy stops you with a hand on your arm. Wait, I have a present for you too! You protest that Tammy's already done enough, but Tammy's hearing none of it as she presses a book into your hands. The title reads 100 Reasons Why I Love You. The book is filled cover to cover with memories, fond observations, and even little sketches, all in Tammy's loving hand. There's more than 100, she says shyly, tugging on her ear. I wrote the title first, but then I couldn't stop writing. You don't know what to say. Tammy's simply the best. The rest of the party goes off without a hitch. Even little Echinacea is well behaved now, letting Tammy light the cupcakes. As you blow out your candles and everyone cheers, your only wish is to be able to feel like this forever, surrounded by love and support. Aw, that was so sweet. I forgot she did that. I genuinely was surprised. Dang, look at that. We're all the way back up again. That means we could do things. And I'm gonna use this chance to go out and hunt with Vase. I probably won't show it because I already showed some of it last time. And also because my voice is killing me. But this will get us his friendship up, and hopefully then we won't have to deal with him for a while. Alright, there we go. I was able to raise his friendship up to 80, so we'll definitely be able to get him all the way up to 100. So the only two people we need to focus on really are Nomi and Rex. So let's get gifting again. Oh? You catch Nomi in the lounge, drawing on a single piece of actual paper. They look extremely focused, and don't seem to notice you come in. As you get closer, you can tell that this piece is one they're putting a lot of work into. Well, that's a fancy drawing. Nomi's head snaps up, and you can practically watch their blush spread across their cheeks and down their neck in real time. Oh, Yavi! They exclaim, covering the picture with their hands and looking up at you with wide, panicked eyes. I didn't see you there, sorry! What's the big secret? It's, Nenya! Oh no. Nomi picks up their drawing and holds it carefully to their chest. None your business, Yavi! Nomi jumps up, scattering their art supplies everywhere. I have to be somewhere right now, bye! They run out of the lounge, gently screaming, Kya! Well, that was even stranger than normal.
It's the drawing of Rex. It's happening.
The mood is somber as Mars calls the secret Fun Times Club meeting to order. Oh, I have been gone for so long. Anemone won't be joining us today, she announces. Or, probably ever again. She told me she was too busy with training and stuff, and she didn't want to do any more sneaking around. She sniffs dismissively. It's okay, she was kind of a square anyway. Oh, cats! Cats? It's okay, she was kind of a square anyway, but we need someone to replace her. Some of the Helio kids are pretty cool, she says. They seem to like clubs and stuff, right? We should talk to them and see if they want to join the SFC. Mars stops and holds up her finger. Oh, and it's just SFC now. The Secret Fun Times Club was okay when we were little, but we're practically adults now. What about the new Governor Lum? Tang asks. I know he's technically an adult, but he's fairly young. We're all adults right now. This cutscene is happening way later than it should. It would be beneficial to have someone with actual clout on our side. Mars gives Tang a withering look. We already have someone important in the club, Tang, but thank you for your contribution. She crosses her arm and thinks, I mean, Lum's alright, kind of dumb, but like, you don't have to be smart to be hot, you know? I can't believe Unicott just let him be in charge. I've listened in on some of his council meetings and they're total chaos. It's like he has no idea what he's doing. That's kind of mean, Mars, Tammy says. I'm sure he's trying his best. We should invite him over for snacks and tea and see if he needs help learning how to fit in. And, shouldn't we be... Yes? And, shouldn't we be trying to have fun? Not getting involved in politics? On that note, who do you approach to join the club? We're going with Rex, because Rex is going to invite Nomi anyway, and this will get us friendship with Rex. You say you're going to try and recruit Rex, and Mars immediately invites herself along. What? She says, when you insist you can do it yourself. He's hot, okay? I won't disagree with that. You can explain to Rex the SFC. I'm in, he says before you can even ask him to join. Sounds like fun. I love group stuff, but Nomi has to come too, he insists. They're my best friend, and they hate being left out. If you want me, you gotta bring Nomi too. Mars twirls her hair around her finger. Not a problem, she answers for you. Maybe you and I could meet up sometime and I can catch you up on what you've missed. Rex winks at Mars and says he'd love that. You get the sense that maybe you didn't need to be here at all. Yes, we did. We need that friendship. Friendship. Oh, dang. Good lord, that took way too long. Goodness gracious. Oh gosh, more talking. What's up, Rex? Psst, hey Abby, over here. You look around and see Rex gesturing you towards a bit of tarped up rubble. You head over and pop your head inside. Rex peers at you from the gloom, his heterochromic eyes gleaming in the light of the holopalm. Okay, look, he says. Get in here and close the tarp behind you. You settle in cross-legged beside Rex, and he shares his holoscreen with you. Look what I found, he says seriously. On the screen are some, well, wow. Those people are not wearing clothes, and they would very much like to know that. Now that you're an adult, it stands to reason that you'd have access to adult entertainment, but wow, it's just there, isn't it? And you can just look at it? That seems like a bug. Like you should tell an actual adult, maybe. But nope, it's all there. You can even log in onto the Hollow Archives with your own password and see for yourself. Truly, we live in interesting times. Rex grins.
So, do you want to check it out with me?
Hell yeah, let's do it. Rex shuffles over and you make yourself comfortable in the rubble. You scroll through the entertainment options.
Jeez, Rex murmurs,
tipping his head to the side at one of the HoloVid thumbnails.
I didn't know bodies could go that shape.
Eventually you find one that looks, well, if not good, then at least entertaining. You spend an enjoyable hour or so in the company of Rex and a few dozen very nice strangers who seem to like to not wearing clothes and getting stuck in weird places. Rex laughs and claps and makes scandal-eyed noises at the good parts, and you learn a lot feeling multiple emotions at the same time. Eventually you run out of laughs and Rex closes his holopalm.
Wow, he says. Moral of the story, old Earth humans had a lot of time on their hands, right?
He wipes the tears of mirth from his eyes.
That was a blast. We should do it again sometimes.
Can you send me that one where they...
Oh yeah, the one with the...
Rex answers, knowing immediately which one you meant. The haptics in your holopalm pulse as he sends you a link to its location in the Hollow Archive. You continue going through the Hollow Archives together until you hear someone calling Rex's name. His ears sag and he laughs.
Whoops, he says. Guess I gotta go back to work.
Rex gives you a jaunty wave and leaves before someone can find him. Yeah, they don't want to know what we were doing. Uh-oh. Today's the day. You're going to confront Vase about its cruelty to others. Yes, I am! Vase is in the garrison as usual. He's sitting on one of the tables in the lounge area, picking at his nails with the tip of his knife. When he sees you, he jerks his head in greeting and kicks out a stool for you. As you sit, he closes his knife with a snick and smiles slightly at you. What's up, Yabby? What do you say to Vase? You can't just... I want you to fix things with Rex. Vase snorts. Not bloody likely, he says. That spaceship's already launched. Well, you could apologize. Fine, Vase sneers. But only if he apologizes for being a self-righteous coward. What do you say to Vase? You can't just be an asshole to people. Vase snorts. Who do you think you're talking to? I'm Vase, baby. He flexes his bicep at you. Around here, I can do what I want. Well, that probably could have gone better. Could have gone a lot worse, though, considering. Is there anything else you want to say to Vase? No, we're done here. Dang it, why didn't it work? Alright, well, it looks like there's I went back and checked my old video and it's like, it's time to work on your anger issues, but that option wasn't there. But in the last time I played this, there wasn't an option to apologize to Rex either, so we'll see how that goes. I did what I could. Alright, now to end off this busy year, or busy half of the year, I'm gonna do one more run in the cafe, because that'll get us enough creativity to do something with Nomi, and also get us closer to hopefully making the siblings reunite. The last time there was a baby in the colony, you were basically a child yourself. You don't remember babies being so loud. The adults are all very empathetic to colicky, fussy echinacea, but every time you've seen Tammy since baby arrived, she's looked more tired. At night you can hear them. Oh my god! What? At night, you can hear them all the way in your room. Echinacea's tiny, choking shrieks and Tammy singing until her voice goes hoarse. Everyone expected Tammy to rely on Aunt Anne in the new creche, letting her watch Echinacea just like she watched all of you when you were babies. But for some reason, Tammy's been stubbornly trying to do it alone. Maybe because she has so much experience from volunteering in the old creche, Tammy thinks she doesn't need the help. Even when she does put Echinacea in the creche, it's because Tammy's right there, still caring for her. Then, the things Tammy would normally help with get backed up, which makes her even more stressed. Aunt Anne has tried to convince Tammy not to be so controlling. It takes a community to raise a child. You've all been grown up believing that. But whenever anyone even insinuates Tammy might not be all Echinacea needs, she starts crying and yelling at them. You've never seen Tammy yell. It's really unsettling. Today you find Tammy in the lounge, bouncing a squawking Echinacea on her shoulder. Though her movements are light and happy, her face is empty, like she's totally checked out. Hey, Yabby, she says, summoning up a smile as you approach. Sorry, am I being too loud? I can go somewhere else. How are you? Just then, Echinacea starts howling, her little lungs making a truly impressive sound, and Tammy falters. Shh, shh, she hushes. Mommy's got this, it's okay. Actually, Tammy has got this. She's come a long way from the scared little girl you remember. Even still, she looks like she's about to sink out of her body and through the floor with exhaustion. My turn to babysit. Aw, baby Echinacea. And the little Ricky and Hopeye and Trippet plush. I never saw the Trippet plush before. Tammy brightens. Oh, that's a great idea. Echinacea, I think it's time to meet our very good friend Yabby. You and Tammy fall into a routine where every evening after dinner, you take Echinacea and go for a nice long walk through the gardens. Getting just a few hours of sleep before staying up most of the night with Echinacea does wonders for Tammy's sanity, and soon she's confident enough to allow other people to help out during daytime. Cal is relieved. She's been freezing him out as well, insisting that just because Echinacea is her baby alone, she should be able to handle it. Seeing him hold Echinacea, it just looks right. Eventually, Tammy agrees to place Echinacea in the creche during the day so she can fully recover from the birth and sort out her mental health. She still spends a lot of time in the creche, but it's because she wants to, not because she feels like she has to prove she's a good mother. It's still hard raising a tiny little baby, but Tammy's going to do great, with a little help from the colony that loves her. Aww. We saw so much of Tammy this time. I'm really happy about that. I love her so much. She's such a sweetie. And it's nice to help her out back, especially after that amazing birthday party she made for us. Now, look at this. We are so close. 97, 100, 100, 100, 96, 100, 82, 81, 90. Oh, we're doing so good. We're gonna get everyone to 100 by the end of this year. Just wait and see. Well, maybe not the end of this year, but by the end of the game, we will have 100 friendship with everybody. And look at our skills. This is so much fun. This is the best of the Golden Run so far. We're getting so much talking, and I know I've been kind of whining about it, but at the same time, I love it because we get to see so much of the characters, and I think that this is really just how the Golden Run goes in, like, canon, too. Our character, Soul, is able to talk to everyone and be friends with everyone, past knowledge or not. Because that's just who they are. It's just like Instant said. We are very good with people, and we have a lot of amazing friends who do amazing stuff for us right back. Like with the birthday party and the second birthday party, they are there for us just as much as we're there for them, and it's great. So let's continue to be there for them next time. Until then, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing. Remember to take care of yourselves, break up fights at your birthday parties, and have a good day.